check this out. We're looking at the Enya Nova Go Sonic, and we're going to be checking out some of the things you can do with this particular guitar. You take it outside. I've also tested it at a gig. I've also tested it playing along with an acoustic scenario, and I've played it on a live stream, and I've used it for a few different things. So we're going to check out this guitar and all the stuff you could do with the Enya Nova Go Sonic. All right. So, if you play the guitar and you've ever been on the internet, there's a good chance you've come across a video on one of these guitars. Sometimes you see them in white, black, other colours are available. Now, if you're thinking about buying one of these, then go and check a load of videos, reviews. People will go in more in-depth with this, but I'm going to be focusing on some specific things because I want this to be a little bit different, alright? First, a disclaimer. This is a sponsored video. Enya sent me this guitar for keeps for making the video. There was no extra monetary payment, but all my thoughts and opinions now belong to Enya. They tell me exactly what to say. In fact, they're behind the camera right now, and I know I'm going to tell them about the speaker and the USB. Yeah, I'll tell them. Right. Okay, moving on. As you can see, it's a beautiful guitar, all carbon fibre construction with these beautiful, elegant curves. Look at that carved cutaway there, and the stunning purple into pink fade burst type thing. It features USB-C for charging and OTG recording, that's on the go recording. It has a headphone socket for headphoning and a regular guitar jack for regular people. Now normally this would cost 17,000 doll hairs, but for today only, this will only cost 500 doll hairs. And if you call in the next 20 minutes, we're going to knock an extra 10% off. Actually, I'm not 100% sure on the price. It's around about $500, I think, £469. It depends when you watch this. Prices change. Right, that's enough of that. So, let's look at this guitar in some different scenarios. Now, yes, I do actually think this guitar looks like a bit of a gimmick. Sorry. But, yeah, I think there's actually a lot more cool stuff going on here than initially meets the eye at first glance. So, let's look into it. Let's Nova go! Now, one of the main things that I was curious to check out about this guitar in this video was if this onboard speaker could keep up with an unplugged acoustic outfit. What I mean by that is a human playing acoustic guitar and singing without any amps or mics, just unplugged. If this onboard speaker could keep up in that situation. So I managed to borrow Paul, who's the singer in the band that I play with, and we managed to put together this wee clip in the sort of 10 minutes we had before going on for a sound check. Check it out.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about your love. And all those leaves they're running, all the last leaves they're running. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Wiley.
Thank you.
So I think that was a success in that scenario. I think it managed to hold its own easily. And while we were playing, it was a good balance as well. I could hear Paul's acoustic, the sound holes obviously coming at me this way. This is actually kind of weird the way it projects sound. So obviously the speaker's going out this way, but to me, it always feels like it's coming towards me, which is kind of strange. But yeah, I think the balance there was pretty good. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Now, as we've seen at the start of the video, you can play the guitar outside. You can play it on the go. And I think that's where this guitar's design excels. I think that's who it's for. The traveling musician, or someone who wants to take a guitar on holiday or vacation. So the carbon fibre design, this is going to make it more resistant to changes in temperature and humidity, so ideal for travelling. And alongside that, it comes with a really tidy gig bag. It's actually quite well padded. It's a decent gig bag and it fits very snugly inside. How much padding do you need for a carbon fibre guitar? I mean, are they not indestructible? That's a joke, by the way, said that in the last video. It comes with a strap thing that's got strings in that attachment, but personally, I found a better pairing strap for this one, so I went with this. Eh? You like that? Anyway, and of course the onboard speaker and the built-in rechargeable battery makes it ideal for taking on the go. So it would be good for campfire jams, etc. So, funny story, came out here to the park to record this daft wee bits, and I forgot my pick. The sun's coming down, there's almost no light, there's loads of people here, it's quite embarrassing. Forgot my pick, but I'm just using a wee corner off a memory card box, so that's why the playing's terrible. Well, that and also that I'm not a very good guitar player. Anyway, now you know. You could also use this for live streams or OTG recording, on-the-go recording. Now, I've actually used this for a few of my live streams. By the way, they're every Thursday at 7:30 PM UK. Hopefully see you there. Anyhow, I'm going to show you a clip in a minute of me using this on a live stream, but I'm actually just using it as a regular guitar. But what I could have did was got a Bluetooth backing track sent to the guitar and had the guitar's onboard effects and amp sims, etc. sent out through the OTG port straight to whatever recording thing you're using, your interface, which is pretty cool that you could do that and bypass any other hardware or plugins or stuff like that. It's just all inbuilt. I think that's pretty cool, although I didn't use it. But the option is there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So, could you gig it? Well, I took it to a gig. Here's how that went. So once again, I just used it as a regular guitar, bypassing all the smart stuff, and my signal chain was just the guitar into my Line 6 HX Stomp XL through the front of the house, in-ear monitors. That's my usual setup. I did want to check it using the onboard stuff, but I just didn't give myself enough time at soundcheck to do that, unfortunately. What are you going to do? So I think it's pretty cool that you can do that though. Same ideas with the Livestream. You could use the guitar's onboard amp sims and effects. The only problems that I could foresee with that, if you want to do that, was, let's say I wanted to change between clean to dirty for a solo and then back to clean again for the verse of a song, for example. So if I'm on clean and I want to get to my lead tone, which is 3 away, you know, I have to cycle too many, and then if I want to get back to that clean again, it's just 1 press away. But what if I wanted another sound that could be, having to cycle through the 4 presets isn't ideal for gigging. So a good solution for this would be if I had some kind of like wireless foot switch or something like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be wireless, but I've seen other companies do things like that. So that would be cool if it could be integrated into this, and it would make it a much more practical gigging machine. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The best thing about taking this to a gig for me was in between sets when I was backstage. There's no backstage at my gigs. Anyway, yeah, I could take the guitar with me and noodle away and hear myself on the speaker quite clearly. So it's quite handy for working out wee tricky solo parts, or you're looking at the second set and you're thinking, what key's that one in again? And then having a wee noodle away. So yeah, I thought that was quite useful, and yeah, I like it. Right, just a quick wee once over of the operation of this guitar. So to switch on, we'll press and hold the button there until we get the light that comes on, and yeah, there we go. We're on the first preset, if you like, which is a clean sound. And then I've got 4 of these. Here's my next one, next one, next one. Okay, this is the sort of volume for the smartness of the guitar and the speaker, and this is just the volume of your regular guitar if you're going out through an amp or something like that. But you can get more usability out of this if you connect it to the app, and here's how that works. Okay, so you've probably seen loads of videos of this thing getting connected. I'll go over it briefly. So here's the Enya app. Turn the guitar on. It's on. Then we're going to go to connect. I'm using Android, by the way. It says not connected. Searching. Then what happens? Complete. Nice. What do we do now? Go into the app. Connecting. Yeah, excellent. So we're loading up, and we've got the presets. So I'll show you on the guitar. Could you see my thumb here? I hope so. Right, so you've basically got 4 channels, presets if you like. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the LED on the guitar changing, so it's kind of green for the first one, which is clean. Then you've got overdrive, which is blue. Distortion, which is also kind of blue. And then high gain, which is pink. Okay, so for each one of these, you can use one of these 4 presets. So it says that soft cry is the one that I've got in use. But we've also got waves, whatever old time is. It looks like I've edited that one. Breath. And then you can actually go into these. So let's go into waves, edit. And you can see the amp there. So we can actually change the amp from deluxe clean to 100 distortion. So this is the only 2 amps that there really is in the app. And then you've got pedals here. We've got an EQ pedal here, modulation, noise reduction, delay. So like the modulation, we could change that. It's on chorus just now. We can have tremolo, vibrato, and you could change all the parameters and whatnot, just like you would on some of these other modelling apps that you may have seen before. Right, I'm not going to bother saving that. Go back. Don't save the changes, because I kind of like what I've got. There we go. So that's all the preset side of things. So you can basically have 4 saved on the guitar, and then you can edit them within the app if you want to. Mixer. This is if you're going to be using the Bluetooth speaker in the guitar. I actually had a bit of problem connecting that the first time. So could be device compatibility. I'm not sure. Double check. So depending on what you've got all hooked up to this, you can change the guitar volume, of course, OTG volume, Bluetooth volume, speaker volume, monitor volume, and the line out. Settings, you've got factory reset and firmware update. Right, so that's the app. Now let's Nova go. Okay, so conclusions. Right, so it's a massively versatile guitar. It's maybe even too versatile for its own good. Anywho, there's 3 main sort of takeaways for me and favourite things. Number 1 is the design and the innovation. I mean, love the design, all the curves and contours. It's a carbon fibre guitar. Like, take away all the smart stuff. Can you get a full carbon fibre guitar for this price, or less, or more? If you know of any, let me know in the comments, because I'd be keen to check one out. Number 2 is the colour. I mean, come on, look at this. Purpley, pinky fade thing. It's absolutely stunning. How about you? What do you think? Nah, just me? Okay. So number 3 is, sorry, once again, the carbon fibreness. Is that a word? It might be a word. Because it solved a very specific problem for me. So behind me here, in my old setup, I used to have 4 guitars on the wall. But I always wanted to get more hangers on the wall, but I couldn't go any further this way because I've got a radiator underneath, and no one wants to put a guitar hanging above a radiator. And we used the heaters in Scotland because it's Scotland. And yeah, I managed to get a hanger over there and get some more guitars up, because this is the only guitar that I would feel comfortable hanging above a radiator. And it also ends up in the shot for the live streams, which is cool because it kind of looks cool. I think I mentioned that in point 2. Moving on. Right, and then finally, I bet you thought because this is a sponsored video that I would just say all great things about it and go buy one. By the way, there are links in the description. They're not affiliate links, but so you know where to get them. Links in the description. But this guitar is not for me. I'm sorry, I need to be honest. So yeah, this guitar is not for me, and it's not because it has an app, it's not because it's carbon fibre, it's not because it's got an onboard speaker, it's not because it's a smart guitar. The reason this guitar is not for me is because it's a single cut. I mean, it's an LP style. It's just not really my thing. Sorry. So, an ideal for me would be carbon fibreness, but in an HSS Strat configuration, because if you've watched the channel before, you'll know that that's my thing. And guess what? Now they exist, and we've got one on the way. So I'll be keen to check that out soon. You might want to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing something like that. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments about all this carbon fibre stuff, the future, or are we just better off with Telecasters? Maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.